Well, we got a chance to watch history last month as the House took a record number of votes in this modern era before electing Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker. It could be taken a couple of ways. Either that Republicans had a tough time getting their act together with the caucus is so divided, or the other side is, as Congressman Hunt said last week, hey, this is the way democracy works. You saw the sausage being made. It is good to be able to see it happening like that. Where do you stand on the way you start out?
Wesley articulated that very well.
Yeah.
And being on the House floor and watching that unfold in person, I don't think it was as dramatic as it was on the news until we got towards the later votes, like 13, 14, 15, then it started to heat up a little bit. And if you haven't seen bad lip reading, I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
They take a lot from that. You know, that's the functionality of our party. We have brilliant leaders, all 222 of us, you know, and every one of them are very devoted to their districts. And I like to say it that way. Same for me. I voted for McCarthy from start to finish, and there's reasons that I did that. And it was because the rules package that we passed early on in November was sound. We voted that out unanimously. We voted in the leadership from McCarthy all the way down, and I stuck to my guns. And for me, Morgan only, I believed in Kevin, and I think he's doing a fantastic job now because the rules package that we put in place of how the House floor itself was to be governed was very conservative. We brought back a lot of what we needed as far as moving legislation. No more omnibus bill landing on your desk the day of. You know, we have 72 hours now. You know, no more proxy voting. Excuse me. And you know, kind of the list goes on and on. You know, and the only thing that actually changed from November to the Saturday we swore in was the motion to vacate from 5 to 1. That was the only thing that changed. So for me, when we came out of caucus unanimous, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
You have a party that is like the Democrats. Democrats have progressives to the left, and you have far right to the right, far right to the right. So where do you fit in? Are you in the category of a Gohmert, Green, Getz, or more like McCall, Crenshaw kind of Republican? And they are definitely different.
We're all different. We're all different. I think for me, it's like far right, and this is where I kind of get for you. I've been accused of being a rhino, but then I've also been accused of being, hey, you're the far rightest guy we know.
But that's a good thing. If you're being accused of both things, that's why, because I'm a hardcore independent. I tick off both Republicans and Democrats,
I got it.
And that's a good thing.
I think I live on a scale.
Okay.
You know, because now the question I usually get is like, how red are you, or how blue are you? Are you purple? Are you kind of fading? And there's issues that I'm about as far right red as you can get. And then there's also issues that I understand out of 330 million people that we got to come together and figure this out. You know, so I don't take a hard line. If the Democrats voting for that, I'm not voting for it. That's not my leadership style.
Right.
You know, and it's just we have so many different perspectives and personalities in our country, and the representation. You know, that's what they're there for. So I have to sit across the table from my Democratic colleagues or even my Republican colleagues and listen. I hear them out,
right.
You know, and say, that makes sense.
So what's your personal thing? What is your goal in terms of how you hope to change some of that divisive culture? Because obviously new blood can help in that regard sometimes, depending on what kind of attitude you have as you go in and have these conversations.
Yeah, what I know about my freshman class so far is we're up there to do just that. And for me, I really lean on my experiences in the military and time at war and dealing with, you know, just either other branches of service or other nations and their military. And, you know, yelling and screaming and going in and hard no, hey, look, we're not going that way. That tactic is terrible. We're not using that. Or is it 70% sound and we need to go with that? Just in, you know, humility and integrity and the knowing that the most important thing for us is our country. You know, and I think a lot of the veterans up there see it that way, and we understand. But I represent my base, right, 100%. And my first vote is for my base. So if it's something that, hey, look, my base is not for this, I'm sorry, I'm out. I'm a hard no or I'm a yes, however that plays out.
Got it.
But otherwise, it's okay. Hey, look, right now, government is Washington D.C. the most hated place in the country, right? And it's a shame it's that way. It's uncomfortable for me because I was just a country boy from Willis, you know, and now I'm a congressman, and people. You know, some of them associate me with that, and I'm trying to trying to fix the problem.
Yeah. Well, we're going to help you as much as we can by giving you opportunities to come on this program
Yes,
whenever
yes,
you
sir.
want to.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Got that. We're going to have more in our conversation on Houston Newsmakers Extra. You can go and find that on the Newsmakers page. Go continue our conversation right now. But also, we're going to start. By the way, thank you for coming on.
Sir, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.